Monday, and we are back. We are back. We are back
Yes.
with a vengeance. Of course, this is Jarvis Cocker's Corner. We have our Stew Wooley there with his beautiful cuppa. What are you drinking, Stewie?
I have got a double Intenso in my cup.
Intenso.
Yes.
Oh my God, never heard that.
Was it?
Well,
Yes.
Stewie, it's been a double Intenso week, to be honest. So listen, Jarvis, we are tired of this Brazilian gossip, alegria stories and
What?
accusations and
What? Brazilian. What?
soap opera, the Netflix special. Haven't seen that episode, to be honest.
It reminds me of Days of Our Lives with Dr.
Yes.
Jedi Gramore.
It
Remember
is.
friends?
It is.
All right. Okay.
And this Jason Sancho story, the Mexican showdown, peeps. Like, I had some message from Ted Lasso's coach in US. His name is Bear Rubenstein. You want to hear it? He sent a special message. Okay, let's go. This is what he has to say about the Jaden Sancho showdown that went down today.
Jaden Sancho had a Mexican showdown with manager Eric Ten Hag, and he didn't go down well. There's reporting to the Daily Mirror and the Star saying that Jaden Sancho is going to leave in January window. What are you going to do till then? He's going to work for McDonald's. Currently, he's not happy at Manchester United. He's going to deliver Happy Meals.
This is what I feel about it, gents.
Brilliant.
This showdown, he's not happy at Manchester United. What's he gonna do then? Oh yeah, he's gonna take a temp job at McDonald's, deliver Happy Meals. It makes me happy. You get a toy with that as well. What's cracking, peeps? What's cracking? Listen, we have also Jimmy coming in as well. Uncle Jimmy. Power to Jimmy. But of course, he's got to take care of his kids, put him to bed and all that stuff. So we will warm up the show as per usual. But I want to do something before we get ready to rumble, Jarvis. Because, Jarvis, what are we going to talk about today? It's your show today. So what's on your agenda? What's cooking in Jarvis' kitchen?
I have prepared some goodies. I'm not going to tell, but you have just to watch show. But we will talk basically about the game on Saturday against Brighton. And I will do a rundown on Brighton, and we will predict the lineup and see how it goes. So get your predictions ready, guys.
Yeah, get your pencil sharpened. What are you waving for?
Well, everyone's saying big up, big up, big up. So
yeah, we're going to get to you, VR Room. So be patient, because Mick Rubenstein has composed a little bit special poem that I want your attention for. And it's all about, praying to the footballing gods. So let's get all together, get behind the team, because it's been a crazy week off the pitch. So hear me out now. Hear me out. It goes something like this. In Manchester heart, the hope's so bright. A battle awaits under the Dare to Dream floodlights. United, a team of strength and might. They seek to conquer with all their might. With boots laced up, they take the field. Scarlet warriors, their fate revealed. The ball at their feet, they will dance and glide. With every touch, the spirit will rise. O footballing gods, bring them strength. Equip them now from height to length. Onana gloves, let them defy, dividing and save with the blink of an eye. Defenders, stand tall like a mighty wall. With sturdy boots, keep pushing them all. Shield the goal with unwavering might. Clear the danger through day and night. Oh, Captain Bruno and midfielders, wave the web of control. With passes precise, show them your soul. From box to box, let your vision expand. Feed Hoyland with a golden hand. Oh, footballing gods, ignite the flame. Inspire our hearts with fuel the game. Strikers beware, empower fiery shots. With boots on fire, giving all you got. Fans will be roaring, chants echo through the sky. Glazes out, the unwavering support will be amplified. With each cheers, the Red Devils rise, guiding the heroes to reach to the prize. 3 points. So Manchester United, hear our plea, unleash the power for everyone to see. With footballing gods at your guiding light, we will conquer Brighton and soar the heights. Guys, let's get ready to rumble.
Now, for the thousands in attendance, and the millions watching around the world.
On MUFC Realist TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
that was correct. Guys, welcome to the show. I want to congratulate Luan France. Has been a member for 2 months. I can see a big up Luan France. Big up to everyone. Guys, please, can you rate that poem that I slaved today to compose? Because I was thinking we need all the power that we need after all the shocking starts. But generally speaking, Jarvis, to be honest, if we look at last season, we had the same similar run. We went on the international break, and then the footballing gods said, here you go, Ten Hag. We went on an unbeaten streak. I think it was 11 or 12 in a row. Stewie, wasn't it?
12. Started with Liverpool.
Absolutely. Guys, smash a like for that poem because it comes straight from my heart. Jarvis, let's take it away. Let's call everyone that's came to the house here. I see Madhouse is in the house saying, good evening, Madhouse. RJ is here. Yeah, Stephanie gave me 11.
11.
Is that a 11?
I think she's on about the winning streak. It could be 11. I thought it was 12. Could be 11.
Awesome poem, says Luan France. Guys, we see you. 10 out of 10, says Billy Connolly. But let's start this show by giving everyone credit that's tuning in here. Jarvis, I see Elian Teno is here, one of our regulars as well. Peter. Stephanie Griffin is here saying 18 likes. Early start yet, but by the time we finish, probably have 100 likes, Lo. Craig Warby
likes on the way in. That's what we like.
Craig is here for the therapy. We're not going to talk about anything else, just about football, unless you guys want to talk about what's going on in the background. But I just find it bizarre. I saw some post leaked out by United Stand about the league conversation. I was thinking, this is out of tune, mate. You know what I mean? Are you a football content creator channel, or you are a Hollywood insider reporting on Gash? This is becoming trash, to be honest. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? It's turning into a farce. Embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. Like I said the other week, at the minute, there's so many sides being chucked at you. You just got to remain neutral, and I'm just remaining neutral. What I would say is that if you dangle that carrot, wow.
The horse is going to bite.
Yeah, I think so, and I think the horse will bite on this one. I said backstage that no mainstream media that I've seen have picked it up. Are you telling me that shower over there have got that information? I'm sorry. Absolutely clickbait gobshite, to be honest. I'm sorry.
Normally I don't criticize usually content creators, because I do respect, but at the end of the day, this is pushed too far, we have Elian Teno with with the starting uppercut, a super chat coming straight from the belt. Jarvis needs to do a nude cookery show. That's different. Just sausage and omelets. New balls, please. Peter, thank you for opening up the show. Definitely, we will. What's cooking in Jarvis' kitchen? The nude chef from Norway. Yeah.
Chef
Gusto. Good evening, everyone. What RG say? Let's see. Let's start off fresh. Kenny Fan TV is here with his early prediction. It will be 3-2 to Manchester United. Stephanie Griffin is here. She said, no feeding the seagulls. Keep it tight. Don't feed the seagulls. Jolly Malmin is also here saying, sounds like the Sancho at United can be over. Yes, I'm tired of that. I'm really tired of that. And anyway, we it's been nothing else this week but Sancho, this Anthony Dos Santos story, nothing about football. Milo Svicic, Mitic, dobro večer, pozdrav brate. Both bratte means brother. So if you can learn something new, we say bratte. Bratte. Okay, I want to hear from a British. How do you say bratte? Brighter. He's quiet. Brighton. You will say Brighton instead of bratte.
Brighton.
Jamie Wen, one of our moderators, is in the house. Lucky Singh, I can see you. RJ, we shouted out. Griffith is in the house. Who else? You guys keep piling up, to be honest. You're tired. And basically, somebody say 4-0 Luxembourg, Portugal. I can see that. Halftime. But that's just Luxembourg.
5-0.
5-0 now. Okay. Did Ronaldo score? Bruno. There we go.
Ronaldo's back in Saudi and he's suspended, I think.
Yeah. Man Lutata is one. Man like Lutata is in the house. Big up Craig Warby as well. To say, what did you say, Craig? EastEnders theme tune. Da 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 da. Big up for you. Rebbe Bekir is also here. Big up to you, mate. Let's go. Jonathan Liljeberg from Sweden is here as well. We have from Denmark also. Mark is here. Good evening, Mark. Craig Warby, we shouted you out. Listen, Laurent France, we shouted you out as well. Congratulations for being a member. Listen, Aribaba, what Stephanie's saying, I don't know what that means, but Aribaba with 2 burgers. Big up. I'm getting hungry by seeing that. Neil Driscoll is here as well. And Lisa Jensen is here as well. Good evening from Denmark. You did well yesterday. Congratulations, Lisa, for 1-0 victory against Finland, to be honest. Big up to you. And Welsh Girl 68 is here as well, as per usual. Everyone's back for the therapy. Another quiet day in life for Manchester United fan.
I want to hear Stu's Welsh accent. Can you do one?
No, it's massively difficult doing a Welsh accent. It's you know, the funny part is we're only about 25 miles away from North Wales, Oswestry, and no, so I can't do a Welsh accent. It sounds very, very strange. It's one of the most difficult languages to actually master as well, the Welsh language. It's ridiculous. So
sorry for putting you on the spot, Stu. But for me, it's very hard with the Welsh accent. You know, I can understand. I like the Scottish accent, like you see.
That's not a Scottish.
Yeah, you do the Scottish accent. And,
good shot, young lad. You'll be on for 2. Just a chip in the put.
That's half Cockney and half Scotland, that is.
How about some more jelly beans? It's good for your energy.
I'll have some jelly beans, please, mate. Oh, no, that's not Scottish either. Jesus Christ, that was terrible. That's more north.
Madhouse is here. Good evening, all. Nikki Carrigan is in the house as well. I can see you. We're just catching up with all of you. We're just stretching. Compost Mirth is here as well. Compost Stephen Welch is here as well. I can see you guys. Poetry in motion, what people were saying. They really enjoyed the poetry. Paul Warburton is here as well to say, good evening, lads and lasses. Good evening to you, Mr. Warburton. How are you doing? And Neil Driscoll gave me a 10 for the poetry. I did go in drama classes, didn't I? Good evening, Jarvis, what Stephen is saying to you.
Good evening.
Absolutely. Let's go. Ivo Bosic is here, morning all from Australia as well. Listen, we are a global fan base all over the shop. We have Canada in the house. We have Australia in the house. We have England in the house. We have Welsh in the house. We have, what do we have? Serbia. Maddie R is cooked. He's saying he's cooking seagulls. We're not going to promote that, to be honest. We had fried Spurs, and now we're going to have seagulls for some weird reasons.
Albatross, get your albatross.
V Cobra is here as well. Luxembourg way is a difficult game. Shh. This is a typical game with Harry Maguire is scoring. Oh, Harry Maguire.
Yeah. Let's hope we get a goal and get his confidence back.
Yeah. The Gea United fan first. Welcome to the stream as well. And thanks for interacting with me on Twitter as well. Saying international football, I fall asleep. Manchester United, green and gold, 100%. It is a little bit of a snowfest. It's like... But guys, I read something interesting that Southgate is kind of like on a knocking on heaven's door, and they're looking to replace him with no other than Potter.
Yes.
That's a good shout, Potter.
It wouldn't be a bad shout at all. You know, you can you can say that he actually started off your neck of the woods, didn't he, Jarvis? Was it Norway? He started off your neck of the woods and, earned his stripes, went to Brighton, continued where he left off from Norway. And no one was ever going to succeed at Chelsea. It's just nigh impossible.
But did he start out in Sweden? Was it that Hammarby or something like that? Mick, didn't Potter?
Yeah, Potter. Yeah, he coached in Sweden. Yes.
Great. I like him, coach.
And even if you look at Crystal Palace coach Roy Hodgson, he had a long stint in Sweden as well. He can speak Swedish. Same with Potter.
Yeah,
he can speak.
Yeah,
you can pass a bollen. Chitty's in the house.
I just want to say, when it comes to Potter, I'm skeptical because the English media, they will get at him because he's English. They need some big foreign manager from Italy or Spain or something. I think.
Trust me, Jarvis, they'll get at him as well. The English media get at everyone when it comes to English football.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Time out. We got to move on. Chitty says this Brighton side scares me. Not only the elite front office, but the football they play under the Zerbi. We're going to talk about that too, because this is what it's all about. It's no retreat, no surrender. No, we should not be afraid. They're coming to Theatre Dreams. The second player. What? Yeah. Another one.
Oh.
What's coming?
Get it out.
What's going on?
Craig Warby. There he is.
Oh, really?
Super chat.
Super chat.
Craig Warby saying, my twin brother just subscribed at Paul Warburton. Is that your twin brother? Wow. Welcome. We have two twins in the house. Like we have Jaden Sancho and Jason Sancho as well, right?
Yeah, of course.
I think that Dortmund sold us the evil twin brother Jason, because where's my Jaden? To be honest. All right, so let's get on to the show. We warmed up. I hope I didn't miss anyone. It's per our tradition that we always have to sort of shout out people. You know, Simon Heron, forgot to mention you as well. One of our long-term viewers as well. Let's get into the show. Let's not fear Brighton. I know De Zerbi is a fantastic manager. They've been flying high. It's the Seagulls. But as alluded before, we're playing Theatre Dreams. And what I've been saying, it's not the first time we go on a slow start, then we go on the international. And history might repeat itself. I'm not going to jinx it. I did pray for the footballing gods, to be honest. And I think from now on, adding on Højlund in this squad, adding on Amrabat, having injured players coming back like Kobe Mainoo, all of a sudden we start to see that we might be cooking a little bit different. Jarvis, talk to us. Talk to the fans. Cool and composed.
Yeah, what do you want me to talk about? Are we going directly to the Brighton United game, or are we just going a little bit from the latest news first?
It's your show. You can talk. I was just warming up the MC here.
I will wait until Stu and Jimmy arrives, so we can talk to them and ask them questions. So I can just start with the Brighton breakdown first. What we can expect for the game on Saturday. I have made a little picture here of Brighton, and they usually attack in a 4-2-4 formation. They play the usual 4-2-3-1, but when they build up, they build up in a 4-2-4 formation. So basically they have a ball playing goalkeeper. So every build up they start like 11 against 10. So it's about a build up and possession strategy. And what De Zerbi is known for, and what's his specialty is baiting. He baits the opposition team. They call it press baiting, and it's to widen the gap between the opposition's line, like luring them. He lures the press high while their attackers pin down their defense line. So there's a big space in the middle for their midfielders.
First time I hear that, press baiting. Never heard that before.
Yeah, it's called press baiting, basically.
I call it press provoking.
So yeah, but basically they create the gap in between that.
So it's a vertical press, in other words, Mick. It's a very, very strange way of doing it. And Jarvis is right. What happens is by creating the space in the middle, they can either and really run it with pace, don't they, Jarvis? Either into the forwards quickly or out to the wider midfield players quickly. It's a fascinating way that he does it. And I don't think anyone else in the Premier League does it the way that he does it. It's a really interesting.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh.
We have a super chat all the way from Canada. She's saying, pay it forward, giving back, Loan France. Merci beaucoup, madame. Giving back, someone been gifting me a membership, whoever you are. Thank you. Did somebody gift any memberships today? I didn't see that, Jarvis.
I didn't see it either, but I will check. And we
okay.
will.
Whoever gifted membership, if we missed it, thank you so much. And Loan France, you've been a member with us for 2 months, and keep smiling, keep shining, keep coming back, because you guys are the content. Without you, there wouldn't be a show, to be honest. So big up to you, Loan France. Thank you so much. We have 36 likes, what Stephanie Griffith is saying. Listen, we are a little bit cheat starting. So anyway, we are talking about the Brighton game, and Jarvis has a question.
Yes, I'm not done with the presentation, Mick. So can I finish?
Okay. Yes, you can. Yes.
I want to go back to the two, and they always attacking the 4-2-4 formation when they build up. And I was talking about press baiting. It's widening the gap between the opposition lines. And what do they do if the opposition don't press? They use the special tactic of the Zerbi. It's called provoking with the soul, or studs on the ball. I told you about this before, but basically just stand there with the feet on the ball and wait until the pressure comes, and then they change the direction of the play and attack.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and basically their game is about baiting the opposition out of the pressing line. So they also bait with the backward pass, because you can notice their center back pairings and the midfield, the pivot, they're never in the straight line. They always have it, so they can pass back, and when they pass back, they have openings, and then they can direct the pass, because they always have 3 options because of their formation. So it's very interesting watching the Zerbi ball and how they open up positions and chase down and open the middle. So yeah,
so that's where people get confused, Jarvis, because you're 100% right about the way they play. If they can't press and they can't draw the opposition out, we're terrible at it, by the way. We're absolutely abysmal. And you've heard me speak about coaxing the opposition on more than one occasion. When you're playing against a very, very low block, you have to coax them out. Zerbi does that brilliantly. And what he does, and you're absolutely right, he'll utilise his 2 centre halves more, and they'll recycle the ball across the back and into one midfield player, not always 2, because of the way that they're set up. And once they do that, if they can't coax the opposition out, they'll just knock it around and just keep playing it that way until suddenly they can see that penetration. And once they can see it, bang! They're like a loaded gun, ready to go, bang, and they fire, don't they? And they're away. And that's where the vertical press is absolutely phenomenal, because they do it like a swimming fish formation. Casado and McAllister were absolutely brilliant at it. The way that they were 20 yards, 10 yards away from each other all the time, ready to cover when needed. Where they're pretty vulnerable by doing this is if a team is able to transition quickly. Because if they do get caught upfield, they're not great at getting back. And that's been proven on 2 or 3 occasions already this season. If you allow Brighton to play that way, can we allow Brighton to play that way on Saturday? Absolutely. We just can't. But it won't deter Zerbi and it won't deter Brighton. I was thinking about something today. And I was thinking about what would I want to hear if I was in the dressing room at 2:45. What would I want to know? What would make me really step up above what I would normally do? And that is give 100. You know, what's going to take me over that line? And I was thinking about what Ten Hag could say and what the players need to hear. And I came to the conclusion, nothing. He's better off saying 0, and the players are better off not hearing anything and walking out to the roar of the Old Trafford crowd, the warmth of the Old Trafford crowd, and really soak up the energy of the crowd and of the day. And and carry yourself with honour and pride. You know, Mick's poems at the very beginning of the show is what it should be like how us all fans should be feeling. And that's what I would do. And I always wanted, and that's sometimes you want to hear something inspirational from your manager, but sometimes you don't. Saturday for me isn't a time of a manager just speaking for the sake of it. Sometimes just leave people alone and go out and do what you've got to do. That is one hell of an analysis, Jarvis, because you may be surprised to know, or you may not be. That was my analysis. That's exactly what I deduced from it. The way that he played and the way that he wants to provoke. I use provoke. I hadn't come across that phrase. I use provoke, and it's almost like when Fury was knocked. We all thought knocked clean out by Wilder, and Fury Wilder won. He's down, and Wilder's just there, smoking around, and he's almost doing this to him, isn't he? Come on, let's see what you've got. And then Fury gets up and almost puts him on his ass. That is how we've got to be against Brighton, and we've got to be able to say, right, you know what? I tell you what, come at us, because I'm going to push it, and I'm going to push it. I'm going to push it. I'm going to push it all the time. It'd be interesting to see which team we all pick. One hell of an analysis, Jarvis, I have to say, man.
Very good, very good.
Thank you. Thank you.
We have some breaking news from Rushmano. Rushmano, our own ITK reporter. Now I'm just joking, man. Seriously, Rushmano, I always appreciate your tweets. And why did I say tweets? Your insights, wherever you're coming from. I really appreciate it. Same breaking news: Manchester United waiting up a move for signing Dutch winger Anwar El Ghazi as a free agent. Amid the uncertainty hangover, Anthony and Jaden Sancho. Chris Wheeler. Chris Wheeler's been at it this whole week.
Yeah.
El Ghazi, ex-Villa, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
but that's
Aston Villa.
But that's so far away. That's January. There's nothing they can do right now. There's no trade. So this is irrelevant for me right now.
No, free agent. They can sign him up at any time.
Can they?
Yeah, he's a free agent.
He's a free agent now.
Yeah, go into that.
So he can go. He can come now, even if the transfer window is closed. How about registration?
Yeah, you can register him. He's a free agent.
Oh, okay. So you just want to go to the chat what people are saying. El Ghazi, people are laughing. Oh my God, RJ. I don't know. Is El Ghazi any good? No.
Look, I don't recall him setting the Premier League alight. So I don't know. I wouldn't know what to say to that one. Really, I'd have to think about it.
Yeah,
he scored a couple of goals for Aston Villa in his time, but I don't know how old is he and why is he on a free transfer? Anyone knows?
I don't know. There's a lot of reports coming out, and I don't think we need another winger, to be honest. We are stacked. We have Ahmad there coming back. We have Pelistri there. Whatever's going to happen with Anthony, we don't know. Honest to God, this whole been a circus regarding allegations galore with no evidence and people coming forward and leaks coming out there. So listen, at the end of the day, I back the Manchester United player because he's one of ours. Like, I don't back the media and I don't back allegations without any evidence, to be honest. For me, it's not a gash and hearsay, to be honest. Until it's proven in court of law, we should just focus on football. Like Craig Warby is saying, he left PSV last week. Yeah, Jamie, he did, right?
Oh,
so what else?
PSV was it? Okay.
PSV. So basically, what's going on with David De Gea? He's also a free agent, but he hasn't found a club. Has anyone heard anything?
No, he's still a free agent.
I heard he was still a free agent. I thought he was training in Madrid, wasn't he? It's fallen through to Saudi Arabia. Amazing. Maybe, to be fair, with De Gea and the contract he was on at United, maybe he's enjoying the time off and time with his family,
So this might have some legs. I mean, do we really need another winger to come in here, like on a free? I don't know much about El Ghazi. I just remember the name.
We should call. Isn't PSV the club for Robin van Persie?
Mm-hmm.
He's the manager in PSV. You should call him and ask, because
it was Rude, wasn't it? It was Rude.
Yeah.
Rude van Nistelrooy.
Sorry. It was Rude. I don't know if he's still out with Rude.
He's free, but how much in wages? That's the problem, right?
Because
he'd be cheap. He's 28.
Yeah,
if you offer something, why not? If it's just a help.
You'd probably get El Ghazi, no way of a life, for 50 grand.
Yeah.
50 grand a week. That'll be probably his best salary, his best package. Oh, Ellie Tenno's in the house with another one.
With another super chat.
Ellie Tenno. Love Island.
Love Island. David De Gea is going to the next Love Island. Big up. You're on form, Peter. Big up. Right then. We're waiting for Uncle Jimmy to come, but obviously it takes time to put some kids to bed and stuff like that. So yeah, when he comes. No rush, no rush. Anyway, thank you, Rushmano, for providing your information, and thank you, Alien Tenor, for your super chat. Good evening, all. What's Saragon? There's some late people arriving. Just say good evening to everyone, to you as well. Don't forget to smash the like as we are growing with the stream. There's 87 in the chat, what I can see. Okay, so no retreat, no surrender. We know that he's playing what do you call it, bait pressing. But don't you think that Ten Hag has studied him, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ten Hag will know what to do. But the interesting thing about that is, and I've always said this, and I've always encountered it while playing, knowing what to do sometimes and being able to do it are two different things. You know where you want to be, and you just can't get there because you need all 10 outfield players to be on that same page, that same work ethic. And unfortunately for us, and I think we'll all admit this, and probably in the VAR room as well, we've only got about 5 or 6 players that operate at the extreme level, the elite level for 90 minutes. We don't have that around us. And when you look at the likes of Evan Ferguson, the ball and the speed into him against Newcastle and his ability to make instant decisions about what he wants to do with it on reception was that's why he got his hat trick. His speed of thought, it was absolutely phenomenal. The way they play it from the back with a goalkeeper, I was going to say Chris Vermeulen then, but he's an old Australian motorcycle guy. It's not Vermeulen, but it's Van Bruygen, something like that. Jarvis?
Who?
The Brighton keeper, Bruygen, some of them.
His name is what's his name? Let's see here at the stage. Oh, it's Bruggen.
Yeah. He's really comfortable with the ball at his feet. He's an excellent shot stopper, and he commands his box brilliantly. And although he doesn't offer exactly what Onana offers us, he's got that ability to be able to slow the play down. As Jarvis eloquently put it, stand on the football, which you just don't see anymore, but it does work. And try and coax them out so they can hit them with pace. So for us, we've got to fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
If they're going to provoke us out, that's fine, but you've got to go out all guns blazing. You've got to be first through the door into the SAS. As soon as you blow the door, you've got to be in there, bang, 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 bang. Cross that white line and hit it hard. If you hit it hard, I think we can get at Brighton. But I think
so too.
The way we can do it, we've really got to be quick, fresh, fast.
Apparently, Bruno is on fire. Portugal is up with 6 now, what I can see in the chat. Big up to Bruno. But the thing is, all right, Jarvis, I think that a lot of people are scared about this Zerbi ball right now based on what happened to Arsenal, based on what happened to the past. But I'm looking at, the future team right now. We have a 2 weeks international break. So people would be a little bit out of form, right? People's gone out on internationals. We're getting fresh players in. We have, let's say, Amrabat will most likely start. Rasmus Højlund would probably lead the lines. And
agreed.
That would be a total different ball game, and we're playing at Theatre Dreams. So, we beat them in the Carabao Cup in the final, didn't we? So, I mean, the Zerbi ball can work at home, but away, I think they play a little bit more cautious in a certain way. They try to play the bait pressing, but I think if we are at the toes, we play a Casemiro with Amrabat, with Bruno. We don't play Bruno at the wing. We play as natural wingers with width, to be honest. And we play our game. We don't fall into the Zerbi press.
Here's the thing for me. I'm 100% with you on this, Mick. I think Amrabat comes straight in. I don't think there's any danger of that at all. And I think you're right. I think Bruno sits in his normal kind of floating role. So you've got Amrabat, Casemiro's floating role. I'm going out on a limb, and I think he plays Sancho at the right.
Apparently 8-0 Portugal now, and Bruno is having the for toast. He's on fire.
It's 9-0 according to me, Losh.
Oh shit! All right. Sorry for interrupting. People are going mental in here.
And I think Bruno plays his. But I think, and I could be wrong, but knowing Ten Hag and his mentality, I won't be surprised if Sancho doesn't line up.
Yeah,
it really wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. But I think you're right. I think Højlund starts. Absolutely. He scored a goal, didn't he? At the weekend.
Yeah.
He scored
Royden as well.
He didn't score against Finland.
And another thing, what we keep forgetting is that the Onana ball, like, if we saw against Arsenal, but that was away. The possession-based football playing out from the back with Onana. If they're going to do that press baiting, they're going to think twice with Onana because, hey, we're going to beat the press. Big up Royden Frost. He is my ideal team. Onana, Shaw, Martinez, Varane, Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, Amrabat, Rashford, Bruno, Mount and Højlund. Good team selection. But is Mount fit enough to play? I'm not sure.
So Mount's apparently coming back for Bayern Munich. I think you'll see him on the bench, but I don't think he'll play. I think he plays I think he plays against Munich or gets a shout against Munich. I also think Eriksen might get the nod at Munich as well. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, I agree again with Royden here. So if Mount's playing, he should play on the right, not Bruno, 100%.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Mount is very good attacking, but not. I mean, he's very good off the ball. But the thing is, when I look at Mount, he had absence with Chelsea. Like, he had a lot of injuries with Chelsea. He didn't play much there either. So, God, I hope he's rested. We definitely need to kick off the season. 9 in Portugal now. What's going on here? Everyone's watching the game and watching our stream.
I just want to say, when it comes to playing Mount on the wing, I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan. I would like us, when we have Højlund now in the center, we have a vocal point. I would like ordinary wingers who can go around and pass in front of the goal. I think Højlund will be there, and he will score a lot of goals if we feed him. If we play almost inverted and midfielders and strikers on the wings, I don't think we will get the best out of Højlund. I want to see Højlund as they play him in Denmark with the wingers around. So I hope Leicester starts against Brighton, to be honest.
Yeah, but we also have Amad Diallo coming back as well. So I want to see more of Amad Diallo as well. He had a promising preseason, to be honest. Rushmano, big up, saying United livid with Sancho on not removing his pinned tweet. Yeah, they have. Why hasn't he removed this tweet? I don't understand. There is definitely some Mexican stand down there. It's a matter of pride, isn't it?
Well, all the world is watching. If he removes it, he admits he's wrong. Maybe he's afraid.
Social media. I don't know. Social
But,
media.
I think the Sancho situation is very, very strange, but I think it's up to Ten Hag. He has to handle it his way. And the vital thing here is that the board actually backs his decision, that they don't think that Sancho is an asset. He's a player. And if Ten Hag feels he needs to discipline him, let him do it. Don't protect him and say he's an asset. He has to play, because then it's totally wrong. Then you will go back to player power. We have had that so many years in this club. We remember all what happened to Mourinho and Pogba. So I hope then that the board will back Ten Hag on this, whatever 100%. He chooses.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's down to the footballing matter decisions. There's nothing we can do as fans. I agree with you, Loan France, the saying, I've been watching Denmark playing against Finland as well. So Rasmus didn't start. He came off in the second half. But when he came on, you saw the instant threat that he possesses. He's got his speed. He's hold up the play. He can, play with his back against the goal and just link up the play. It was so refreshing. Although he didn't score, though. But it was, it's about to happen. He scored a hat-trick last time he played, 2 games ago with Denmark as well. So I don't have much expectations. It's just his presence to be a focal point that makes a big difference, knowing he has the speed. We saw against Arsenal how he's defenders were shitting the pants. Gabriel had a hands full with him.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I have actually noticed that Ten Hag has a plan with the players he brings in. Have you noticed it, Stu, that we are going back to? You remember Ferguson in the 90s when we had all these tough players. We were
Yeah.
we used to play against Arsenal, and Arsenal was almost a better team, but if you played toe to toe, but we always went in hard. We took them out. We had Roy Keane, we had Paul Ince, we had all those players, and now we're getting back to those players. In we have Onana, we have Martinez, we have Casemiro, we have Højlund, we have even Anthony is a tough player. So Ten Hag is building some resilient in this squad, some tough guys.
You're right. What he's doing now is adding height. We're not a tall team, but we're a powerful team, and we haven't been a powerful team for 4 or 5 years. I always talk about modernism in football. Modernism in football is your David Silva type player, your Bernard Silva type player. You're very small, slight. Bruno's a very small, slight player, isn't he? If you think of him in terms of his overall weight capacity. And now what's happening is they've realised that you can't be lightweight anymore, because the power of modern day technology that allows you to run far further, your strength is increasing. You've got to be a bit more of a powerful player. And I think you're absolutely right. I said last season, Jarvis, you probably remember that the number 9 was back. The number 9 of the 80s, the Andy Gray type player, the Joe Jordan type player, the target man is back, because all this false 9 never really ever existed. It just didn't. It was a narrative that Guardiola decided he wanted to push onto it, and everybody then decided to try and pull. All it was is a different type of player, a different height player. They were smaller, they were more nimble, because they wanted to play nimble football. And you know where that really kicked off? And the person that really pushed it was Messi. Messi was the one that would bring it from deep and go and try and weave his magic in and around and outside the box and inside the box. He almost pioneered a new way of striking, because he could play outside the box, but he could still score within the 6-yard area. Okay, there's only Messi that could ever really do it. You know, there may have been 1 or 2 other players that escaped me, and then all of a sudden, the largest striker came. Vlahovic is from a couple of years ago. We're just edging themselves forward again, weren't they? The Del Pieros of the day were moving away. The Ronaldos of the time were moving away. But Messi stood the test of time because of his aptitude and his attitude and his love for the game. Now what you're seeing is a more powerful sport again. And football goes in circles.
It does.
This is what people were always saying. Oh, Guardiola's done this, Guardiola's done it. He hasn't. He hasn't. Shut up.
So you can tell by Pep Guardiola's change of bringing in Haaland, for instance. He never played a focal point striker. He played with false number 9s and with a lot of float in the box with a lot of midfielders. But the game has changed, as you say. So everyone is now looking for the tall striker, tall, strong, that can hold up the play. So that player can hold up the ball and link up the other, liberate other players around him to secure and score goals, right? That's the way I see it. Benjamin Sesko did a fantastic game the other day too. He did the same thing. Right? Mitrovic at Fulham is the only Prem old school number 9, 100% alien.
He's old school.
Yeah, he's Saudi back now, isn't he? Or he's gone to Saudi. But you're absolutely right.
So being a number 9, it's not all about scoring goals. It's just being that focal point, to hold off, to be that, hold the door. If you've seen what do you call it, Game of Thrones, hold the door, Hoydor. Hoydor, yeah. To be that beast that can sort of hold off the play and be technical in a way, but also score goals, right? But often you can see that, Højlund kind of also drops deep like Harry Kane does as well. So it's a modern day footballer. So I'm kind of looking forward to see that as well. So, it's early. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Mickey, you're right. I think centre halves have had it easy for a long time. Mark's talking about what test of time Messi's done. He's gone on about Ronaldo winning 5 straight La Ligas, etc., etc. It's not what I was talking about. That's not what football's about. It's about the individual development of a player. That's what I was getting at. And if you watch the way that Messi plays now, to the watch that Ronaldo's had to completely change his game, hasn't he, Jarvis? He's had to completely change his game. Messi hasn't. It's all about standing the test of time that way. I'm not arguing who's won what or anything like that. Who's got Ballon d'Ors? That's absolutely fine. It's a great conversation point. But my point was he pioneered that particular role, and in my mind, Messi's the only one that's ever really done it and still does it today. Yeah, okay. Look, you could argue he was at PSG. You could argue he was at but at Barcelona, he did it. He did it as a very young boy at 17. And look at the state of him when he came on. He got this stupid long hair. He was wiry. He was thin. But he didn't care. If you come at me, I'm still going to go back at you, mate. And that's what we need. I think Amrabat will bring us that steel alongside Casemiro. We've got the quality and ability of Eriksen and Bruno. We've got a nicely looking, balanced squad now. We've just got an issue on the right-hand side, which is a problem for us. But as you quite rightly say, guys, Palestri can come in and do a job for us. Ahmad could probably come in and do a job for us. I presume Anthony's out now for 4 weeks.
Well, he, fair play to the lad. It was a mutual consent between him and the club. I mean, I'm just going to speak out. If you're being accused like that in public, of course, it's going to affect your mental health, right? Yeah. You're just only human. And he's been defending himself with tooth and nails, holding interviews, crying out in camera. If he feels that you are wrongfully accused, I mean, of course, it's going to, the club and him and say, like, look, take some time off, take some garden leave off. No worries, the place is yours. And fair play, right? So I think we'd be good, right? We'd be good. So there is a place for him to return, unless anything else has been proven. I don't want to talk about that, but anyway, I saw here that Mitrovic scored 3 goals against Lithuania the other day, which is absolutely correct. Listen, are you guys VR room? I'm going to ask you, are you guys seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Coming back from the internationals, with the addition of squad. With Højlund playing, getting his game up with Denmark. You see that Captain Bruno is on fire at the moment. He's finding his feet in form with Portugal. Thank God. I know that Leach is playing today in Bolivia on heights, so hopefully he doesn't get injured, right? Because we need a fit Leach back. Lindelof has been brilliant for Sweden as well. They're playing tomorrow as well against Austria. So I don't fear that he will start a Harry Maguire or, if everyone is fit, what do you reckon? Do you think that we will plaster them, to be honest? And how do you think we will line up? Should we just dive right into the juicy bits, Jarvis? What do you reckon? How do you think? How do we beat them?
Well, it's tough, but for me, it's about patience. The only team who have beaten Brighton this season is West Ham, and David Moyes played a low block. He just put 11 men in front of the goal and defended his life. So they won. There was a little bit lucky, Brighton had twice as many chances as West Ham, but they scored actually 3 goals. West Ham and Brighton didn't, just score 1. So I think that's the coward way to beat them. I would like us to go. We're at Old Trafford. I would like us to go toe to toe. Let's try it. Let's trust in ourselves, as the title of this show. No retreat, no surrender. We don't want to lie down and try to defend and counterattack us for a win against Brighton at Old Trafford. I want to see the players go out there and express themselves. I want to see players try their best. I want to see Amrabat. I want to see Højlund. I want to see the players do what we pay them for. And football is in a way entertainment. It's not just always about winning. I want to see something make me happy. I want to feel to be a United supporter again, because the last couple of weeks has been dreadful. So I hope the players, as Stu said, Ten Hag don't need to say anything in the locker room before the game. We just need to send them out, listen to the crowd, and go out there.
Stu, Peter is saying to beat Brighton, we need to play 3-5-2, in my opinion. You reckon? Overflood that midfield.
Really interesting. We just don't have the personnel for a 3-5-2 at this point in time, buddy. I like your thought process on that one, but I just don't think to do that you'd have to bring in Reguilón to play. I'm guessing as a third centre half, as opposed to Dalot, and then you'd have to play, unfortunately, because we don't know where we are with Leach yet. I've not seen anything in the press that he's fit. You're going to have Maguire and you're going to have Lindelof, and I think that's a very difficult ask for Reguilon to slot alongside those. I think it's a great idea, and I wouldn't go against it at all. What we're going to have to do, as Jarvis and Mick have said, is put our flag in the middle of the pitch and say, right, this is where we are. This is where we're going to defend from. We've got to defend quite high, because defending quite high won't allow them to provoke the press. Because
I think so.
As Zerbi famously says, Jarvis, and you'll know this, the reason he stands on the ball or slows the play down completely is he feels there's very little gap between the defenders and the goalkeeper for players to attack, which is great for us because I think we can get that. Because when you've got, what I've noticed about Højlund is movement. I love movement in the 9. I absolutely adore it. It's the best thing. The smartest 9s on the planet can move. Smartest 9s on the planet know 3 passes even before it comes to where it's going to land in and around the box and the penalty spot. That's what a smart number 9 does. Højlund, I think, has got that and can offer us that. And I think we can get at their fullbacks. I don't think their fullbacks are that good, really. And we've got to suffocate them. Jarvis talks about provoking the press. We've got to get in there and we've got to suffocate. You've got to put your hands around the throat and you've got to squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Like a python. Squeezing and squeezing. And if you come away with a 1-0 win, you say, great, you get changed, you go home and you move on. Because that's where we are in our season at the moment. I love the 4-0s, the 3-2s, the 3-0s, etc. They're brilliant. But I think if we're all honest, we'd walk away with a 1-0 win. And if it came off Højlund's arse, who cares? As long as we get that goal. And that's how it is.
Big up Ivo Bosic. The problem with Brighton is that there are counter Erik ten Hag transition and high press, which at the moment isn't that good. I can see the Wolves midfield again. If he tries to press, he needs to drop and counter. But again, Ivo, comes down to your assessment prior to the internationals. What I'm talking about, the game with Amrabat in, with the Højlund in, it's going to be a totally different ball game, to be honest. Barring that everyone is fit, you might see that. I feel a little bit of a can of whoop asses incoming here, to be honest. I think that this is the awakening, to be honest. Like, we usually come back after the internationals. You've seen that Bruno is on fire. You've seen that everyone is starting to get into the footballing groove after the holidays, after the preseason. Now they're starting to wake up. So I think it will be a very interesting game. And plus, Theatre of Dreams, the crowd would be up for it, electric. No chance. I think it's going to be a 3-1 United, to be honest.
Yeah, we can hope so. We can really hope so. But I think we need to see something. We need to see them express themselves. Talking about, as Eileen Tenno talked about the formations when we go tactical, I was thinking maybe we could try we can go toe to toe. But I would like us to try something like a diamond with Eriksen, for example, and Bruno. So we have. And Amrabat and Casemiro, so we have a box in the center of the field to control the center of the field.
Total football.
Because I'm not worried going around to the flanks, because I actually trust Wan-Bissaka and Dalot against Mitoma and
you could run with the 2 up top, absolutely. And I've played the 2 up top for a while, and I think Højlund and Rashford has got that balance, that beautiful balance of speed and power. They're both quite powerful.
But if only Rashford can pass the freaking ball and look up. That's why I say. That's why I wanted to see, instead of Rashford, I could see more of a Garnacho playing well on the right wing, playing direct and finding Højlund, right? Or playing Garnacho maybe on the right wing. There's always options. But if you look at the bench, we do have options if we need in the second half.
Yes.
Because as soon as I call like a Garnacho the super sub, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer super sub, whenever he comes in, he offers something. He offers always a goal opportunity or scores a goal. So I don't know if I will start him, but definitely Rashford on the wing, Højlund up front. Don't ever start Martial again. Keep him on the bench, to be honest. But what about Scott McTominay? He's been showing some form at Scotland. I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If you're talking about height.
Yeah, this unfortunately for Scotty. Well, okay, all right. Let's go back to Alien Tennos. So that's a good point, Mick, actually, and it kind of makes you think, doesn't it? Go back to Alien Tennos' point about 3-5-2. You could push McTominay in that equation because he's done it before. He's done it at international level. So you could push him in there alongside a Leacher and alongside a Lindelof. But you would need a Leacher and a Lindelof around him. Look, I people have moaned about Maguire for the England game, but obviously, they're short-sighted. And if you actually watch that unfold, you realise it was marking his man perfectly at the time. Pushing Maguire in on a 3-5-2 may well help him as it happens, because we've done it. We've done it with England for a while now. And having those, and as Jarvis says, the attacking side I would put Reguilón on him personally over Dalot, but anyway,
Yeah.
But the attacking side would be brilliant because Reguilón can cross the football. He can really cross that football, and he can do it right and left foot. He would be, for Højlund, terrific. He'll love it, absolutely love it. It'd be a great fit as well. So
he's
okay, Alien Tenno. Yeah, I'd forgotten about the McTominay side of it. So there is an opportunity that something he could do.
VR room panel. Let's do this. Let's pick the team together, shall we? We've been debating, but I think it's time. Guys, let us know in the comments who would you start, your preferred 11. Jarvis, did you prepare anything? Did you have your 11, or should we just freebase Ole Gunnar freestyle?
I don't have any slides. I have thought of the lineup, but I'm excited to hear the VAR room's opinion.
So we'll leave it to the VR room, guys. Let us know in the chat, who's your preferred starting 11, and we can display it on the screen. Definitely, I would say that the backline picks itself. I starting to see Dalot has been on form. He's doing well at Portugal. Will he play regular, or will he play Dalot? Hard to say. I cannot pickpocket that one. I think he will still go with Dalot there and Wan-Bissaka, to be honest, right? We'll see Martinez and Lindelof for sure with Onana.
Yeah, Varane is still injured, and I think Martinez is okay. I think he's trained with the Argentinian team. So the question for the VAR room is actually when it comes to the backline, who is going to play, Dalot or Reguilón? So get your votes in.
I think it'd be Dalot.
I think Dalot too.
I think Reguilón would be the better fit for me, but Dalot gets it.
Yeah.
So it's a Lindelof, Leach, Dalot, and Wan-Bissaka for me, and Honor, of course.
Ooh, Billy Connolly said Reguilón here.
Yeah, he's right. We brought him in for a reason, and that reason is to play at left back. So
okay,
they played a goal.
Okay, let us just go with the back line, and we'll move ourselves up to the midfield. So that's easier for the chat. Dalot says, and Craig Warby saying Maguire will start. No, no way. Simon, get out of here. Dalot has been fantastic, and he popped Saka.
He did. He did.
I don't think he will change it. Dalot has been in superb form. A lot of people thinking that Dalot will start. Definitely. Reguilón hasn't even practiced with his new teammates. Yeah, let's. That makes sense.
He's
guys.
trained.
Can we then agree on the backline would be Dalot, Martinez, Lindelof, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Smasher 1 for yes. Smasher 2 for you want to further discuss. I think it's an any given Sunday.
The only thing that worries me is we're playing Bayern Munich 4 days on Wednesday. Are we playing? Dalot has been playing. He's playing now against Luxembourg. He played the game a couple of days ago. He's going to play on Saturday. He's going to play because we're running out of options when it comes to. So Ten Hag comes to a phase when he has to rotate a little bit. And when you give your debut for Reguilón against Bayern Munich away, maybe that's a little bit tough.
Yeah, I get a lot of
to.
I get a lot of
to-
ones in here. I get a lot of ones. Lisa say 2. She would change it. But at the end of the day, we don't know. Like, I think Ten Hag always goes with the strongest team, to be honest. And Brighton is such an important game, so I don't think he will jinx it. I think he had 2 weeks to plan very carefully who will start against Brighton. I think he studied the Zerbi very carefully because this is a very important game, right? If we lose this game, imagine the mood within the fan base. You know, the Knights will be out sharp and his jobs will be on the line. The British media will be on his case. This is a must-win game, people. And that's why I say no retreat, no surrender, like this thumbnail. I'm not scared at all, Rabbit. I can see you. I'm not scared. We need to win this. And we need to support the team. So I will go with the strongest, right? How about the midfield, gents and ladies? Amrabat in CDM.
I would put Casemiro, Amrabat, and I'd rest Eriksen and Bruno. I'd rest Eriksen and give Eriksen a run out at Bayern.
Yeah.
Okay. So midfield 3 then.
Well, the thing is, as I mentioned, I think one of the options is Ten Hag playing a midfield 4. He will start Bruno on the right, but he will go in centrally, so he creates a box basically. So we will go for it's not a diamond, it's more like the 4-2-2-2 formation, or what you call it in modern days formations, but basically 4 midfielders. That may be an option, but if you're going for 3 when we are picking the team, I would go for the same as you, Amrabat, Casemiro, and Bruno.
Okay. We will do a more in-depth later on this week. So just early because we don't know the team news yet as of yet. I mean, Amrabat is available. Yeah, well, he flew up to Morocco, but they didn't want to jinx it. They didn't want to play him because he's resting for the Brighton game. So obviously, for precautionary, there was a small little niggle, but that's about it. So I think that he's been preparing for the Brighton game, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's his debut in front of the Theatre of Dreams. That's his introduction. I think he will play, and I think he will play as a CDM. And I think that it will be what you said, Jarvis, as well. I think it will be like Casemiro with Amrabat and Bruno. Or maybe
I just want to say, speaking of Amrabat, I want to give my condolences to the Moroccan people after the earthquake.
Yes.
A lot of people died. Yeah. So maybe it's a tough time for Amrabat. Maybe he's affected. Maybe some friends or his hometown or family has been involved in that. So I just want to give my condolences again.
Yeah.
On that.
Okay. It's difficult to say. Yeah. Either way, I can see Casemiro, whatever Simon Heron was saying here. Cass, Eriksen, Bruno, Amrabat won't start. He has no match fitness. It could be so. But Eriksen has been okay against their midfield. I'm not sure if Eriksen is the answer there, right?
He's not against Brighton. He's not
against Brighton.
No.
He's a person you will throw in the second half if you need a little bit more of a technical finesse.
Yeah.
I would actually say it's more probable that he will start McTominay than Eriksen in this game.
Yeah, I could say that.
Because he has more legs, more pressing ability.
He does, but I think you've got to blood Amrabat at some point, and you may as well do it now, because if you are potentially going to start relying on him this season, you've got to get him in early. He's fit, there's no issues with him. He went to play for Morocco, but he wanted to come back, and it is what it is. But you're talking elite football here.
Yeah,
you're talking Saturday afternoons in the West Midlands Premier League. You're talking elite football, and this is what elite players are. He will want to play Amrabat, and he should start. In my humble opinion, he should start.
I agree.
I agree what Stephanie's saying here. Amrabat been preparing for the Brighton game since June this year. So he's been like, Brighton, I'm going to play. So, I think he will start. I can see, here's the thing, this is going to be the introduction, Theatre Dreams, Old Trafford, ladies and gentlemen, to spark up the Clyde. Number 4, Amrabat, and everyone's going to get up and, I can see this happening 100%, guys.
He's not going to want to make his debut in Munich.
No,
He won't want to do it.
he will make his debut here. He's going to start.
Yeah.
He's going to start. 100% he's going to start. And what a midfield that will be if it's Amrabat in a double pivot, or a little bit slightly Casemiro advance with a Bruno, right? And Højlund, like, freeing up Bruno and the, what do you call it, overlaps of play, like on the wing and stuff. Beat the press. Running in behind and beat the press. They can try to press Onana, but it's not going to work. Ball playing abilities. Lindelof is great at the ball, at his feet as a centre back. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I'm getting giddy, guys. I'm getting giddy. What about the front line then?
Well, Højlund starts and Rashford and another.
Yeah. The question is who is on the right wing, because Højlund and Rashford will start.
Garnacho. I think Garnacho or Pelistri.
What are our options? We have Bruno. We can play on the right. We have Pelistri. We still have Sancho. We don't know if he's fallen out or not with the coach. Anthony can't play. Garnacho on the right wing. I don't think so. Mason Mount is back from injury. He's not ready yet.
Oh, come on. Bruno, we're playing on the right wing. I don't want to see that.
I don't see Bruno playing on the right, to be honest. I'm with you, Mick. I don't see Bruno. There's no point. It becomes...
Wait. What about this one? What about this constellation? Garnacho on the left, Rashford on the right, Højlund in the middle.
Yeah.
Rashford can play on the right, right?
But yeah, of course he can. Yeah, that's probably what you'll get. Or, now we're about to get shot by the VAR room. You could see, and it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't throw Martial out there on the right.
Whoa, yes. Ivo Bosic, you have a point. What if he starts Sancho as a right wing? Would it shock the fans to say, what beef?
Well,
we don't have a beef.
It's something we spoke about 10 minutes ago. About, why not start him? But you could, and you could play Martial out there. By the way, I'm just throwing it out there. I know the VAR room will not like that at all, but you could.
I have a crazy conspiracy theory, peeps.
Okay.
Okay.
Not too crazy, I hope.
Yeah, this is how it went down, right? We recruited in Jaden Sancho, so the real Jaden is disappeared somewhere, like partying somewhere in Ibiza still, right? So Jaden Sancho is not getting picked, right? So Jaden Sancho gets on the phone, start leaking out stories, like, with a single mind to get the right wing position. And he gets a Brazilian. The Brazilian wax. Yeah,
he gets a Brazilian at the same time.
So that's how we get rid of. That's how I earn my stripes, my spot. Leak out the story, bro. I know. Listen, bro. People were asking for it again, so let's do this again now. Okay, let's do this.
Jaden Sancho had a Mexican showdown with manager Erik ten Hag, and he didn't go down well. There's reporting to the Daily Mirror and the Star saying that Jaden Sancho is going to leave in January window. What are you going to do until then? He's going to work for McDonald's. Currently, he's not happy at Manchester United. He's going to deliver Happy Meals.
Attack. People, I want to hear your score prediction as well before we close the shop. It's been a dire week as a Manchester United fan, but at this channel, we are united. We always speak positive, but we also speak with criticism. And I want to criticize the media and the shit show that's been throwing the dirt at Manchester United. I have enough, It's rough as it is, and sacking managers it's not what we're here for. We are here to stick together, look for the future. The future is bright with this team. Let's go, baby. Let's hear your score prediction as well. Are we agreed on the team? Did we come to a consensus? Like,
We didn't agree on the right winger, but I don't know. Stu, what's your vote?
My vote will be Sancho starts. That's my vote.
Sancho, okay.
I think Sancho will start too. I think they will shock everyone to say there's no. What are you talking about? There's no beef. Sancho will start, right?
I believe Bruno will start on the right wing. I think Ten Hag will play it safe.
So
Oh
who-
no! I changed my mind. Harry Maguire will start on the right wing.
yeah, who's he put in the middle then? So he has Ericsson then.
Yes, Eriksen or McTominay.
Oh yeah, sorry, you said McTominay, didn't you? Yeah.
All right. Let's finish off with the show with a.
But I hope.
Take care of the family. I pulled the trigger too fast. Mexican showdown.
Yeah. Showdown. Yeah, I gotta speak faster. But I hope he starts Pellistri. Pellistri is my favorite. I love that player. I want to see the little Messi of Manchester get his dance on the right wing because he's so fantastic. I like to watch him play. But I don't think Ten Hag trusts him at the moment. But he's been playing good for Uruguay, and he's been playing every minute for Uruguay. So look out for Pellistri.
Score prediction, please. We see 5-1 from Marky saying, come on. 5-1 United. That's very positive. Hoyland brace. I like that score. So what is Rushmano saying? Can Sancho really start with that social media post still visible? I don't see it. Maybe. I don't know.
I do.
Nothing surprised me with Ten Hag and his selection in this club at the moment. RJ is coming in with a very, very positive score. 4-1 United. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord. I pray for the footballing gods. I said 3-1 United personally. What are you guys thinking? Jarvis, I will come to you first.
I don't think it will be a high-scoring game. I think it will be like a game of chess. I think they will feel each other out. The team who is effective and clinical in front of goal will win. I hope we will win 2-1.
2-1. Okay. Mr. Mustard T-shirt. What are you saying?
1-0. I think we'll win the game. I think we'll only score one. I love the 4-1s. I love the 3-1s. But we miss 6 chances a game at the minute. You know, on average, we miss 6 chances. We haven't looked like scoring more than a goal a game. Prove me wrong, team. That's what I want to know. Prove me wrong.
I'll go with Nicky here. He's my man. He's got 3-1 United. Clip this. Mick says 3-1. I feel it. I'm not going to jinx it. Okay, you guys are a little bit more conservative. What is the VR room saying? Jarvis, bring it up. What do you say?
Yeah.
RJ, 1-2 Brighton. No, Lisa! No!
What? No. Don't jinx us.
4-0 United. Here we go, Amy. Amy is back all the way from the USA. 2-1 Hoyland brace. Ooh. 1-1. I think Bruno is on fire right now with Portugal. I think Bruno will score. 1-1. Sorry, says Rushmano. Rushmano, are you going to the game? Are you going to the game as well? Peter as well. Alinteno. Everyone that's going to the game, drop us a like and we can do something because we're going to cover the match as well. You going, Stewie?
Yeah. It looks like I'm going. Yeah, my lads in the Red Army end again, so it looks like I'll be going.
Brilliant. 3-1 Hoyland hat trick. That's a little bit optimistic. Hoyland will score. I believe Hoyland will score. That would be a dream scenario. Stephanie, 2-1 United. Simon Heron saying is draw. John Johnson is saying draw. 3-1 Brighton. Peter. You mean 3-1 to United?
3-1 yeah, 3-1 to us.
Yeah, I thought so.
I say, I love the optimism, but we just haven't scored. We just haven't put our chances away. So, but you know,
well, we had the highest XG so far, but we just didn't finish dinner. But now we're seeing that Hoyland has been getting a little bit game time with Denmark. He's getting a match fit. Why not? You know, 3-1. Yeah, people are saying like me, 3-1 Man United. Listen, 2-1 Manchester United. Listen, at the end of the day, guys, it's not about the style we play at this point of time. Footballing gods, I want 3 points. That's the most important thing. Win it. 2-0
to Brighton. Oh,
Yeah, and then we will have a pepperoni pizza, Yale, definitely after 2-0.
no, he's saying
Jarvis, you will be missing the game. You'll be traveling, right?
Well, I will be somewhere in Europe. I don't know yet, but I will be traveling. Yes, mystery tour.
Oh, a stag party.
Are you going away again, are you, dude?
Yeah, I'm going away again. So I'm missing all the games. Ugh. But I will watch the game. I will be available probably on Saturday, and maybe I'll drop by and say hello.
You'll be able to pick it up while you're traveling, won't you?
Yeah. Swing by my place before. Big up 2-0. Listen, it's too early yet. We will see, like, it's Monday, but I just thought to distract you all by talking football, because it's been like too much gossip shit, which the Zerbi wins this game. No, RJ, Richard James, whatever your name is.
We deserve this win.
Oh, yeah.
This time. We deserve this win this time.
We deserve it.
No. I don't think Zerbi wins. No, I think we win. I just don't think we score more than one.
Yeah, I think also there will be a tight game, as I said, because basically when we meet two great minds meet, it always ends up with a game of chess.
Am I right in saying that Evan Ferguson didn't play for Ireland? And is that to rest him for the weekend?
Hang on.
Yeah, then Welbeck plays, and he always scores against us.
Okay. Uncle Jimmy just messaged me. He was in the weekly Armchair podcast, just finished now. Okay, should we wait for him or should we?
I have the time. I don't know. Do you have extra time, Stu?
Yeah, I've got a few minutes.
Okay, cool. We can wait for him.
Okay. I'm starving. How long you got left? We literally waiting for you to close the shop. Come.
While you talk with him, I will ask Stu, did you hear about Pogba?
Yes.
Testosterone.
Do you
have any comments?
Yeah, well, I do really. And my comments are, sport is riddled with doping. It's absolutely riddled with doping. It doesn't matter which sport you do, whether you're a cyclist, a boxer. It's particularly disturbing in boxing, MMA, because you literally kill people. Football, I'm amazed more footballers haven't been caught for it. I really am, for doping. But technology is so fine at the moment that, particularly in cycling, and I do a lot of cycling, you can ingest a performance enhancing drug, and by the time you've finished it, it's out your system, because they don't test you during the race. So it's unfortunately, sport is rife with it. Tennis players, they're massively fit, I know, and they train and train and train, but there is something, therapeutic exemptions. There's just something out there that I think it's rife in sport in general, and I am not surprised that a football has been caught. I think it's a miracle that more players haven't been caught for performance enhancing.
The thing is, testosterone is the male hormone in a way that the older you get, the lower testosterone levels drops. But what testosterone also do is if you have a low testosterone level, it increases fertility, of course, but it also helps the recovery process faster, right? And we've seen that Pogba has been having very, very bad injuries. So if he's been taking that, it's probably to sort of get back into track, with the injuries, to heal faster.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got it in cycling, Mick. If you've got asthma, Liverpool players got asthma, and the reason is the ingestion. They've got this little kick that gives you this little kick during games. It gives you that pace. So I'm not surprised. Do I blame him? Absolutely not. I don't. Because it is what it is. And if he is trying to heal himself quicker, or he is cheating, who knows?
The thing is, in bodybuilding now, and you see that community, everyone is on TRT, which is hormone therapy treatment. They're all getting administered by a legal doctor. You can actually go in there and ask for it and get recipe for it, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you've done a lot of bodybuilding in the past, so you know what goes on in that industry, don't you? It's the same with with cycling, with football. It's but you're hearing At the last 20 fights in boxing that have been publicised, four fighters have been caught for adverse findings in dope and in drugs. Now there is an argument to suggest that there is so much that you cannot take that you've got to be absolutely meticulous on what you are taking when you're ingesting drugs of some description, cold medicine, that type of thing. But with testosterone,
Onana got done by taking his wife's.
Testosterone, as Mick has said, it's a peculiar one, really, because it is about your levels and your hormone levels drop, don't they, as you get older?
And I see a lot of people taking, especially if you in the bodybuilding circus, if you're a pure natural, right, and somebody's natty, let me call doped, right? You're competing against somebody that's cheating, right? But more and more people seeing testosterone as being less harmful because it's a natural male hormone that decreases that you need, that increases your libido, your sex drive. As you grow older, everything drops, right? So more and more men are actually seeking the TRT hormone therapy, including this guy as well, what I've been hearing.
Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy, where you been?
No agendas. It was a marathon one today. No agendas was a marathon today. It was a busy one. Just there's so much going on, isn't it? So yeah.
What did you talk about though? Was it more gossip stuff or?
No, do you know what? We didn't talk about Man United actually. We talked about like top 6, top 8 contenders, and just kind of talked about the Premier League in general. To be fair, so it wasn't really focused on Man United at all.
Big up.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good show. It was a good stream.
Hey, we have a super chat from Melantanio. I was doing drugs before I said I do to my wedding. Don't do drugs. Seriously, Peter, what's wrong with you? You want to send your wife to Iceland or North Pole, and now you're saying you're doing drugs? Don't say yes. And now you have a amortization for the rest of your life. Yeah. So listen, we've been talking everything about the game, how we beat the Zerbi press. Jarvis mentioned something about the debate pressing, what the Zerbi is playing, and basically we want to hear from you. How do you think we will beat Brighton? Do you see a high scoring line who will start? We want to hear from you, basically.
I think, for me, I'm just excited to see the new boys. That's a big thing for me. I can't wait to see. To be honest, I'm not gonna put too much in terms of how Amrabat's deployed in this match. I'm not gonna read into it too much because I think there's gonna be a bit of desperate measures because of the situation on the right wing. So I think that situation will affect the selection quite a lot more than people think it will. So
that's what we've been talking about that, Jimmy. That's exactly it.
So I think that's for me, that's a worry, just because knowing Ten Hag, even though we've got Sancho and Pulisic there, he's probably going to want to play Bruno on the right. And I've never seen that work. I was saying this on No Agendas. I've never seen that work at all. It worked for about 10 minutes. At one point, can't remember what match it was, but it doesn't work, and also it takes away so much from the midfield when he tries to play that, because what you're going to get is Bruno's always going to drift into the middle of the pitch by nature. It's just how he plays. That's his football. So what you then get is the other midfielders trying to cover the right hand side that Bruno's vacated. So it pulls away from midfield, and you end up being overrun in midfield like we always do, just because players are not being disciplined enough. So I never see it working. I don't think it's ever going to work. So I hope he doesn't do it. I hope he plays Pulisic, to be honest. In my opinion, I'd rather see Pulisic play on the right. Sancho is looking very unlikely from reports. I don't believe the reports that he's said that he wants to leave, by the way. I don't think that's...
it's Chris Wheeler at the best. Like, Chris Wheeler's been diving into these stories. And
there's been some... who was this other journalist that reported it? Wait 1 second. Let me tell you who it is. Jeremy Cross.
Jeremy Cross, yeah.
Daily Star. And it's just... It's like... No, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to want to leave right now. I think it'd be bad timing if he tries to force a move out of the club. But it could be true. Again, it could be true. We don't know, do we? But personally, I don't think Sancho is an option in that match. I can't see him coming into this match. So I would rather see Pellistri playing on that side.
Pellistri. I agree.
I don't want to see Bruno. I don't want to see. I've seen people saying Garnacho. I'm like, no, please don't do
I
that.
think Sancho, Jimmy.
Hey?
Yeah.
I think he plays Sancho. Look, I agree with what you're saying. I do, but I think he plays him.
It'd be a pleasant surprise if he does. Pleasant surprise.
And as for Cross, he's clutching at straws. It's an easy story, that is.
It's a very easy story. Very, very easy.
That's probably the best way to kill the rumors and kill the press by playing Sancho.
To be honest,
give the big end to the press and say, look, we have no beef. What's the way you're talking about, you know?
And to be honest, guys, who'd take him right now? Right at this point in time, without him playing, who would take him? He needs to play games.
Yeah.
If he wants to go in January, he's got to play games. He's got to play.
And do you know what? I feel like I know Sancho's left his comment on his social media. He's left it there, so obviously he stands by it. But I feel like if you're Sancho or his advisors, you would say, right, we need to have a conversation with the manager. And I'm hoping that something's happened. There's been a conversation, because it's one of those situations where like it's like we're gonna have to work together for anything to work. Like, we might not like each other, but we're gonna have to work together. It's good for you and it's good for me. So let's just try and work together, because it's
like a normal work situation. Like, we don't like each other, we have to.
They don't have to have a personal relationship, a professional relationship where you go out and you perform to the best of your abilities. I'm gonna coach you to the best of my abilities, and let's just try and do the best, and we'll do it for as long as we need to, until we need to part ways. So I hope that's what's happened, and Sancho comes out and he plays a decent game. He's not on his day. We know he's not. He's not a bad player. He's a good player. I've seen him have some pretty special moments at Manchester United that people don't want to recognise. But I pick up some pretty decent moments. I think he's a good player. So hopefully everyone's professional and it works.
Okay, Jimmy, I have one question, because before you came on, we were debating who's going to start, like in the defense. Like, is going to be Regulon or is going to be Dalot on the left wing? What do you reckon?
I would say Regulon will probably start.
You reckon?
I reckon, yeah. I think so. I think I know Dalot had a decent game. I didn't think he did, actually, but I've gone just looking at the basics. He had a decent game. I can see why people would think that. I didn't think he had a great game, just because I think he still worries me. He's very much, even when the manager's not instructing them to invert, he's almost like he's addicted to going to that side. And I know why he does it. I get, because that's his strongest side, but he seems to get drifted into midfield so much. So it ends up becoming an inverted fullback situation where the manager really probably doesn't really at that particular time want to play that way, but it ends up being like that, because once he inverts, obviously Wan-Bissaka is going to be forced to invert on the other side, because it's the only way it works. So yeah, for me, I hope he doesn't start Dalot. I hope he starts with. I'd like to see a left back on that left.
So who's your back four then, if you pick?
I would say Wan-Bissaka's fit, isn't it? Am I right?
Yeah,
yeah. So I'd go for Wan-Bissaka. I'd go for. Unfortunately, it'd have to be Maguire. Yeah, Maguire, Lindelof, and
Martinez. Jimmy, we think Martinez has been training.
Yeah, but he won't start, will he?
Possibly, yeah. We didn't think that. We picked Martinez in ours. But
if Martinez doesn't start, it's going to have to be Maguire and Lindelof. But if Martinez obviously is starting, then obviously no, then
a little bit controversial.
Lindelof and Martinez. But listen, he's going to have to play the team that he's got. If Martinez can't start, which I can't see why he wouldn't be able to if he's fit. But there you go.
How would you pick your midfield?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one.
We struggled too.
Yeah, that's a tough one, because if everyone's fit, like they're telling me that all the midfielders are fit apart from Mount. It's only Mount that's injured, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's back Wednesday, supposedly.
Yeah, so if everyone's fit, Boy, that's a tough one. I would like. Do you know what I would like to see? I'd like to see Casemiro starting alongside Amrabat and then playing Bruno ahead.
That's what we did.
That's what we did.
But if Maino's fit enough, I wouldn't mind seeing Casemiro coming off 65 minutes, Maino playing in that number 6 position to see how he gets on.
Yeah. I don't think Maino comes in at all, not for Brighton. I've got no problem with Maino. I think he's a great player, really, really good talent. But I'm with you on that. We picked that same 3. And for me, it would be a switch either, depending on how Bruno's playing, Bruno and Eriksen, or Bruno and Casemiro. Eriksen and Casemiro. That's the way I would see it. But I've got no issues with Maino at all.
Okay, stay with me, Jimmy. Stay with me. We're moving to front because we picked a team already. So, who would you pick in the front 3?
Again, it's really tough. I would go for it would be risky, but I would go for I can't, because I'm trying to be practical about it. And when I think about it, I would play Pellistri on the right. I really would, because I've seen this kid wanting to make an impact, and I feel like he's probably needs that one match that can just get his confidence up to that level, and he'll be good. I would start him on the right, and obviously I'd play Højlund up front. Definitely, I'd play Rashford on the left and Garnacho to come on in the second half. But yeah, I want to see Pellistri on that right hand side. I really do at the start of the game.
Yeah,
you did that. You said that, Jarvis, didn't you?
Yeah, I want to see Pellistri, but I believe Uncle Jimmy that he will play Bruno on the right.
I think
so.
I think he will
work and then play with the midfield 4. Like
Jarvis, stay with me. I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to throw a spanner in the wheel regarding the centre back position. Okay, I don't think he fancies Maguire that much. He's a liability, but Amrabat, he can also play a centre back. What do you think about that?
Not in the Premier League. Not in the Premier League. Absolutely.
Oh no, Jimmy. I'm just playing a devil's advocate here.
Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not a chance. Not a chance. Not a chance. Do you know what though? I think he plays 15, 20 games in the Premier League. He would be happy. He would happily slot into centre back if he has to. But I think he needs to. I think he needs to build that Premier League confidence first. Because honestly, the Premier League is a surprise to every player that comes to play in the Premier League. Everyone, including if you listen to Haaland's interviews, a lot of the times that one of the biggest things he talks about is he was surprised at how intensive the Premier League is. He knew, he heard it, he watched it, but he says when you're playing in it, it's a whole different ball game. So yeah,
Craig Warby, Phil Jones is not back at United. Stop trolling me.
I just want to comment on that when it comes to Amrabat as a defender, central defender. I don't think it, because Amrabat's biggest weakness is his aerial play.
Aerial duels,
he loses almost 90% of his duels in midfield. So for him to play centre back, he has to play either in a trio or with at least with Varane, who can clear out in the air. So Amrabat,
as the resident centre half, he's too rash. A young Amrabat, unfortunately, he's too rash. He's not cool enough and calm enough to play centre half, and you shouldn't be really. I mean, I was a central defensive midfielder when I was younger, and then as I grew up and grew older, I couldn't do it anymore. I went back and I developed my skills at centre half. So, absolutely right. Unfortunately, you just can't. He's got the
Mark is saying here Brighton don't play aerial balls too much, to be honest. So you got a point.
True. Yeah,
it's true, but it doesn't mean that you should have a defender that's got those weaknesses at the back, because they might just look. We've seen teams take advantage of our area weaknesses before in the past, and teams know that Manchester United, you can pick very specific areas that you can target against Manchester United, and you could probably be successful if you're organized enough.
We
So-
have Scott McTominay, a better centre back than.
No, honestly, it's. I think it's a fair point, but I do think that if the weakness is so blatant and obvious, I think they would target that area. They would play area balls.
Okay.
Why not? They're not lacking in size as a team, are they? So they could easily try and play area balls.
So, Jimmy, everyone had the score predictions, so stay with us. We want to hear from you. I mean, obviously, you sat there on the weekly armchair, we're done in the details, and everyone was talking. What did you come to consensus? What do you think it's going to be? Is the wheels going to come off? Are we going to see goals galore?
No,
Are we going to see a tight game?
I've said I genuinely think that we will win the game. I do. I think we'll win the game. I don't think it'll be an easy game, especially like I said, if he does take Bruno out of midfield to play him on the right, it's gonna be one of those games that I watch with a frown on my face the whole game because I know we're gonna suffer so much. So I hope he doesn't play Bruno on the right. And if he doesn't play Bruno on the right, I think we'll win the game. I think we're looking at a 2-1 win. It's not going to be an easy game either way, but I think we'll win the game.
2-1 win, says Jimmy. Big up to you. And we pretty much went with almost the same lineup, except when you mentioned Maguire, I went like, get out of here. Getting PTSD straight away.
Yeah, but it is what it is what it is. Needs must, isn't it? It's always needs must. Needs must. He's going to have to play what he has to play.
Yeah.
If he hasn't got Martinez to start, where does he look? Where does he go? Someone said Luke Shaw. I don't think, is Luke Shaw fit? Is he fit? Is he fit?
No, I think so.
No.
Not, is he? So that's not
anyway, early days yet. It's Monday. We'll wait for team news and press conference and see how things pan out in the internationals. I just pray we don't get any injuries. So,
excuse me, 2 seconds. I'll be back in a second.
No worries. For me, guys, it's 3 points that matters. It's a win. Just get it over the line. It's so important, and we win this game for the momentum, for the confidence. At the end of the day, I think Amrabat will start as a CDM role as number 6. He's going to be introduced as number 4 shirt. They're going to call him out. He's going to go get the roar, get the confidence, and he will play. And he's going to have a cracking game.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
I agree. I think he'll be pivotal to us on Saturday. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward.
Who's this? Who's going to be pivotal?
Amrabat.
Yeah, I think
he's
so.
going to be. I think he will start. I think he will be unveiling it in front of the home crowd. Number 4, Amrabat. The crowd's going to get up, get electric, get behind the team. Off you go, right?
Yeah.
Who's the referee in the game? Hopefully not Stuart Atwell or anything like that.
Yeah. Have they picked it yet? Have they picked it?
I don't know.
I don't think they picked it yet.
The only thing when it comes to the new players, we are, I think maybe we are expecting a little bit too much. We are overhyping them. We are like starved on good performances and good players because I have tried to get my expectations down. I've been watching Amrabat. I've been looking at his weaknesses. The same with Højlund. He's not a very technical player. He's not like super technical with his feet. He's very physical and things like that. So I think we gotta like tone down our expectations. We saw 20 minutes of Rashford last game. No, Højlund. And what can we expect? He will start. I don't think he will bang in goals and score 30 goals this season. He will be vital. He will be a good player to have. He will be a vocal point. He will be a good build-up target. But will he score as many goals as we want? So I still think we have to rely on Bruno. We have to rely on Rashford to perform. And good for us that Bruno actually is firing today. We see it against Luxembourg, 3 assists, 1 goal, man of the match. So I'm happy that those players are back.
Coming up, we need leadership on the pitch. As I said, for me, 3 points is what matters. It's so important. We get a win, so we can move on as a.
That's the thing.
So we can move on as a fan base. We've been deprived for joy. We've been robbed this week with that VR decision against us, against Arsenal, and then all the shit hits the fan. It was like explosive diarrhea, like coming out from the press and everything. And it's been sheer madness, to be honest. So we just need this positive vibe, like, you know.
Nah,
Good
but you know
vibes.
what? Let's just like I know we have to respect all Premier League teams and all that, you know, and I know that Brighton have been putting in some performances, but it's Brighton, innit? And we're Manchester United, like, you know, let's just, as much as we want to show them all the respect they deserve because they've been playing some good football, it's Brighton, innit? It's Brighton. So, you know, I hope these players remember who they play for when they go out on that pitch, and remember they're playing for Manchester United. They're not playing for Chelsea. They're not playing for no plastic clubs. They're not playing for, you know, when you wear that shirt, you're playing for the biggest footballing institution in the world. You need to remember that sometimes, and just go out there and just show them who you're playing for, innit? And sometimes our players forget that sometimes, I think. So I hope they come out like that. I hope they come out to say, look, we're going to show you all this drama at the club. It doesn't affect how we play. We're going to go out and play football, you know?
I agree. That's a strong finish note. We were waiting for you. I mean, and glad to hear another opinion. Listen, I agree with you, Jimmy. We are Manchester United, and then Brighton we're playing at the end of the day. And there went Jarvis. He went off.
He's had enough. He's gone.
He had enough. He disappeared. Guys, don't forget to smash a like and subscribe, and follow Jimmy on his Twitter. You're doing a lot of spaces as well, don't you? Right.
Yes, I've not been doing a lot of spaces, but I've been doing quite a few. I've done a few streams because a friend of mine has started a stream as well, but it's more like more to do with kind of grass level football, you know, like just he's a coach, so he does a lot of it was quite a good stream. He had some ex Crewe Town players, and because he lives in Stoke-on-Trent, and he had some ex Stoke players, you know, old Stoke players on the stream. It was quite good. So yeah, it's decent.
He's back.
He's back.
The man behind the mask. He's out of control. He's back.
Yeah, that's that question. Is Mount back? He's not back, is he, this weekend? No.
There was a slight chance.
Might make the bench, but he's targeting.
Because I would like to see Mount in that match, to be fair.
On the right.
I would like to see him. Now, do you know what? No, I think I'd like to see him on the left.
But he's such a good, like, you know, presser of the ball as well. He off the ball, Mount is very good. Against Brighton, that would be a key element.
Oh, just speaking of pressing, sorry to disturb you. Did you see Bruno's pressing in this Portugal game for his first assist?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the game yet. I'm gonna watch it now.
Bruno, I'm telling you, you know, I'll stop. You know, bro, people need to respect Bruno's name, man.
I do respect Bruno a lot.
Nah, people just I don't know when it comes. You know what? If any other player does what Bruno does, people are singing their name, you know, in churches and everywhere else. You know, Bruno just I don't know why people choose to disrespect him even when he doesn't deserve disrespect.
I have a theory
when he has bad performances, but you know when people just pretend like this guy is a bum, I don't get it. This guy is top level player, man.
Listen,
you should see this cross, outside foot cross that he played for this second goal, and I'm like, and do you know what he's playing? He was drifting to the right. Oh, Portugal manager did the same thing, played him on the right for a little bit.
Yeah,
played him on the
Listen,
right. But the difference is they're playing a double pivot, so really, even though he's playing on the right, he's in midfield most of the time. So if you're going to play him like that, that's fine. It's fine by me, but don't leave him out there isolated on the right-hand side when his game is all about creating chances, you know, and starting plays. So you see this cross. I mean, he spins, hits it outside foot, perfect cross,
outside
right
foot,
on the head of the striker, and it's a beautiful cross, man.
Now, Bruno, I've never disrespected Bruno. You guys that know me, like, you know, I've never been player FC, but the people that have agenda against certain players in our team, it's because their favorite player is not getting game time. So therefore, they decided that we're going to slag Bruno because we want Mason Mount to play or somebody else to play, or, you know,
we want our team to play well. We just want him to do well. That's all we want.
People slagging on Anthony because they want Pulisic to play. They have certain favorites, you know, and it's normal to have favorites, like, you know, but I don't have a favorite. I slightly getting a affection towards Garnacho because I'm excited to see that development, the growth, and Kobe Maino, those youngsters coming through.
Yeah, Maino's my one. Maino's the one I'm very, very excited about. Maino, I'm really, really excited. I like players like him. I like these midfielders who they can spin and move at the same time. They can swivel their head and keep moving with the ball. These midfielders, the Tony Cruzes of this world. Yeah, I'm not comparing him to Tony Cruz. Don't kill me, please. I'm just saying, but players that can move with the ball while they're looking at the pitch the whole time. It's beautiful to see. Lovely to see, man. This kid is he's going to be a good player. Whether it's at United or not, but he's going to be a very, very good midfield player.
He's a talented player. What I like about him actually is his brain. It's not actually what he's doing with the ball; it's his brain. Interestingly enough, Garnacho has the opposite. He's very, very good and explosive on the ball, but he's brainless on occasions.
Yeah, his brain is limited.
I know his brain is phenomenal, and I always say, football's 90% up here, 10% your feet. It's really how you see it and how you distribute. And Mino's got that. I really think he's got it. He's a January onwards player for me. He will come good. Not come good, sorry. He will be utilised better after January. He needs to work his way into the setup and the team, almost play his way into it.
Yes,
but that's smart.
And I think from January onwards, I think you'll see a more bigger part from Mino. He's wonderful talent. He really is.
That is smart, right, Jarvis? Because at the end of the day, we need squad depth and having players being fresh for January and onwards because we're going to play Champions League and everything.
Yeah. Speaking of squad depth, we are linked to Anwar El Ghazi, from PSV. Did you hear that, Jimmy? That he's maybe
no, I've not listened to. I've just seen the headlines. I've not actually listened to it.
Yeah,
I don't know much. I don't remember El Ghazi much.
I'm just checking his stats and stuff. He's half decent, but he's a big forward. He's 189 centimeters high, and he plays as a right winger, but he's versatile. He can play on the left, and he can even play centrally as a striker. So maybe Ten Hag thinks of him as a squad depth player to build the squad depth, and maybe have as an alternative for.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a left field. It's a left field one, isn't it? It's a left field signing, but.
Okay. Brilliant, guys. It's been 1 hour and 47 minutes. And thanks you, Jimmy. We were waiting for you to come in to have a say.
Man. I had to come. It was a marathon one at no agendas. A good show as well. But now this is always good, man. Always good.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Everyone, we didn't try to. We didn't speak about this negative stuff. We were just talking about Manchester United and football, the game ahead, and 3 points. Baby, that's all we want.
So we want.
We don't want this rice baby like the last time they were singing.
Guys. Look, we're gonna slap them up. Don't worry, we're gonna slap these guys up. They're gonna get slapped. We're gonna slap.
Jarvis, you're traveling on Wednesday, so if we don't see you before then, hopefully we see you. We wish you a good party, and don't get to. You don't know where you're going yet, no?
No. It's a trip with the boys. We are meeting up at the main capital of Norway, Oslo Airport. Everybody's going there, and in the morning, 5 o'clock, we will get the tickets, and we will go to a place for the weekend. I don't know where.
How much you
do that every year. Every year we do the same.
How much you pay for your ticket?
I don't know. I just pay in a little bit every month, and some guys rearrange it. Yeah.
What a great idea!
Great idea.
It's a good idea, isn't it? It's a really good idea.
So, do you take it in turns picking destinations?
Yeah, we take turns picking destinations and fixing the trip. So, and the good thing is you get to stay connected with your old friends because everybody's busy with wives and kids and careers and jobs. So we never get to meet. But one weekend in the year we do.
Because me and the lads, with the 6 of us, and we do exactly the same. We do things 4 times a year. We go away wherever and do stuff, whatever it may be. It's usually a weekend away. We're going to the Hungarian F1 next year, for example, for a weekend. We've done various mountain challenges and all sorts of kinds of stuff, you know. But we've never done that. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to organise it from January onwards. I'm going to organise it, and well, that's a belting idea. That is.
Yeah,
Jarvis.
Yeah.
I got some leaks from Laurie Whitwell. Apparently, you're going to IKEA to eat meatballs, Swedish meatballs and potatoes. That's your trip this year.
No. The only hint I got is bring your speedos. Because
oh, you're coming to Iron Bridge then. You're coming to Iron Bridge. That's where you come. Yeah,
they're gonna make his swim in ice in Iceland or something.
Yeah, Iceland is cool. Speedos with the G-string, right?
Oh, God!
Disturbing.
Oh no!
The Zerbing. Big up and wish you a good trip, gents. Thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. For everyone that's been super chatting, supporting this channel, for everyone that became a member. Big up. We love you. We support you. Stay beautiful. Stay calm. And don't let the media crap gash bite you anyway. Jimmy, thanks for coming in late. You texted me you need to have your dinner, mate. You've been streaming for hours.
I did. After the No Agenda marathon, I had to quickly just grab a... Do you know what? I had this... I've discovered this Italian tomato called Pogba, which is like... cold pressed tomato, and it's just you can just have it with bread and just olive oil and just
yum.
It's beautiful, man. It's nice because it's nice. It's good, nice little healthy dinner. It's good.
All right, guys. See you guys next Monday. Hopefully, if you're not having tied into that armchair. Say to Danny, I had to go, man. But big up for all of you. Have a great weekend. We should speak to you very soon.
Big up,
peace,
big up,
love,
night.
and
Good night.
banana. Bye.
Good night. Bye.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.